It's been 14 years since Arsenal qualified for the Champions League quarter-final. It was a very hard game as we were one goal behind from the first leg of the round of 16 tie against Porto, but at the end we've done it. We've broken the course of 14 years not qualifying for the Champions League quarter-final as we beat Porto on penalties in the Emirates Stadium, and everywhere in the Emirates Stadium is mind-blowing, and the Arsenal fans are enjoying themselves. In this video we will break down the 5 things we learned from the game, Porto's cover shadow masterclass, to course broken, to David Raya heroic saves. Follow me as we get into the things.
Saka's corner. Controlled by Declan Rice.
Welcome back to the Arsenal updates. I hope you guys are doing great and enjoying yourself as I get you the things we learned from Arsenal 1, Porto 0. But before that, if you are new, please you can just subscribe and turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any of our Arsenal updates, and also click the like button if you've been enjoying our videos and share. Thank you. Let's start off with Porto's cover shadow masterclass. Porto were once again good in this game, both on the ball and off the ball defensively, and as their coach said in the last game that he don't mind having 30% possession and still win the game. And we've seen it in the game, their plans and everything. The way they covered Jorginho, they were blocking all the passes to Jorginho because they knew how that single pivot will be important for us. And they cover shadow marking out our number 8s was so annoying, allowing us to be stuck with the ball and letting us to circulate with the ball in the defense, which forced us longing the ball and losing it. Even in the game we see Jorginho comes to the center back and Saliba to the right back, allowing White to drift to the middle, and all this is to allow Jorginho to have access to the ball and make his passes. And with that we broke the deadlock as Jorginho get the ball, long it which was defended back, but the ball bounced back to Martin Odegaard, where he drive it to the left-hand side where he gave it to Trossard, and they both work out the goal. And we have to talk about the performance of Martin Odegaard. His pass to Trossard was a world class. His creative mentality is something to about. We've seen many times where Odegaard has stepped up in games where we needed him. And this is one of the games the captain has shown his quality. This guy has been the architect of this football club, the creator, and despite all the defensive masterclass of Porto, we still break through their defense, and this is because we have our new Ozil, in person of Martin Odegaard, with a 8.0 rating, 1 crazy assist, 56 touches, 85% accurate passes, 2 key passes, 1 long ball, and 2 successful dribbles, saying after the match on him been the top in creating chances from a open play. As he said, "That's my goal. I want to be a player that creates, makes things happen, and help my team score chances." That's a good sign, and hopefully I can keep it up. And also said concerning the team we are expecting in the quarter-final, saying, "To be honest, we can't think like that. It's the biggest tournament in the world, and no matter what team we get, it's going to be a good team. We will just take what we get and we will try to win. That's where we want to be. We want to be on the biggest stage. We want to play the biggest games and fight for the biggest trophies. When I came here, I believed in the project, in the club, what they were doing, everything around the club. I believed in it, and now we are here doing well. We just have to keep pushing each other and make sure we get a little bit better every day. We will see where it takes us. And also, we've got someone that brings balance to this team, and also even the midfield, and is no other person than Declan Rice. This guy has been excellent ever since he has joined this Arsenal team. He has bring so much versatility to this Arsenal team. He excel and is so confident and calm playing as a number 6 and as a number 8. This guy is just an example of Patrick Vieira and Fernandinho. Rice also put in a decent performance with a 7.6 rating, 79 touches, 84% accurate passes, 6 long balls, 1 successful dribble, 3 ground duels 1, and 3 aerial duels 1. Moving on to the second thing, UCL curse broken. It's been 14 years since Arsenal qualified for the Champions League quarter-final. Arsenal have struggled in the past, but the season is a different season for this Arsenal team. This team has been so good in the defense, being the team to have conceded the lowest XG at home. We have make our home a fortress. We've not lose or draw any match at home in the Champions League this season, and you have to give credit to this defense. From Saliba to Gabriel, Kiwior has also been excellent, and Ben White also. And speaking of Ben White, as report claimed yesterday by David Ornstein that Ben White has committed his future to Arsenal by signing new and improved long-term contract. Official announcement expected by end of week. Previous deal ran to 2026, fresh terms extend plus reward importance. Another key player retained by Arsenal. Later it was confirmed by Fabrizio that Ben White's new deal at Arsenal will be valid until June 2028, and it will also include an option to extend the contract until 2029. Both Tomiyasu and White have signed their new contracts, waiting for it to be announced. And it's now officially announced this afternoon that Ben White has signed new long-term deal at Arsenal valid until June 2028 with an option for further season. And Ito and Arteta speaking, our supporters love him, we love him, and we look forward to enjoying Ben's performances with us for years to come. Ben White is a key player for us, a top professional with a winning mentality, and one of the guys who leads by example every day. We all look forward to continue working with Ben in the coming years. And Arsenal continue their form, and also the chase of the Premier League and Champions League is still intact. We have to talk about their mentality. This team have a different mentality from last season where they all focused on the Premier League, but unfortunately our wish were not granted. But this season, these guys have been showing a lot of maturity and a twam that is ready to play in a big stage like the Champions League. Arteta speaking after the game, so happy. It has been 14 years, which is a long time for a club like Arsenal, and it shows how difficult it was. We really had to dig in to find the magic moment at the end. We're starting to create an unbelievable energy in the stadium. We were all pushing to get it done, and together we have done it. You're very nervous watching a penalty shootout, hoping for the best, but you know it's a bit of a lottery. We had prepared the day before, so credit to the goalkeeping coaches and everyone that has contributed. It's really difficult to play against Porto. They are really competitive. We didn't get many moments where we could control the game. They're a really good side. And this player's mentality has driven them to this extent. Speaking of Bukayo Saka, it was not a bad game for him despite choking him and closing him up anytime he's with the ball, as he managed an 8.2 rating, 2 shot on target, 2 successful dribbles, 2 key passes, 1 big chance created, and 8 ground duels won. As he was being interviewed after the game, saying, "It wasn't my best performance personally, but I'm so proud of the team. I was more than ready for this moment, taking the penalty. I practice for this. These are the games that I dream. It is brilliant. We are so happy. We can beat City. We are top of the league and in the quarters of the Champions League. That gives us a lot of confidence to go to the Etihad." And he was asked between Premier League and Champions League would he like to win, as he said, "Wow, I think he's not going to let me say both. If I had to choose this season, I'd say the Premier League, but I want both. I want both." This guy's mentality has changed, and they are now aiming higher than expected. And let's not forget Leandro Trossard. Trossard has become a very important player in this Arsenal team, and do you know why I like him too much? It's because of the goals he scores. Since his arrival at this club, all his goals are important goals. It's always when we needed the goal, he always shows his shot quality, and in this game, he scored the only goal in that game, within 7.6 rating, 1 goal, 1 successful dribble, 4 key passes, and 3 crosses. Moving on to the third thing, but before going into it, if you are watching my video for the first time and you've not subscribed to this channel, you are planning to miss something big that is coming about Arsenal Football Club. But if you don't want to miss out, just please kindly subscribe to this channel, thank you. The third is David Raya heroic saves, looking back at last season where Arsenal were knocked out of the Europa League on penalties by Sporting. That was a big lesson for Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal team. And also in the league where we struggled in the defense last season towards the end of the season with the mistakes of Ramsdale, and also the way he bowled the ball when he needed to calm the ball and play with his defense. All these things cost Arsenal the title last season, which he even did in the match against Brentford in both leg, and we need to give credit to Mikel Arteta for his tactical intelligence and observation. When Arsenal went for Raya last summer, it was a surprise, and at the beginning of the season fans were complaining about his performance with his mistakes against the like of Luton. Fans were worried and was furious about changing Ramsdale with Raya, but after the winter break, He has shown the reason why he has what we've been missing in Ramsdale. In this game he was our hero, making some decent saves and also saving 2 penalties in the penalty shootout, which made us qualify to the quarter of the Champions League, and was the man of the match with an 8.5 rating, 3 saves, making 2 successful runs out, 1 high claim, 1 save from inside the box, and the most important part, saving 2 penalties, and 8 accurate long ball. As he said after the game, we've been working a lot on penalties this year because on a night like this you need to be good, and the hard work has paid off. It's a great night. I should have saved 3, but I'm over the moon to save 2 and get through to the quarter-finals. Porto made it so difficult over there and here, but we scored the goal that we needed and it went to penalties. Obviously, mentally it's tough, but the team played really well. We kept a clean sheet, scored the goal and went to penalties. It means everything. You play football for these kind of nights. Over the moon, and I'm going to celebrate and enjoy the night. The fans have been fantastic. They've been fantastic for a long time. Especially today. We needed them. They made some noise and got us through spells in which we needed them. They were there for us, and we were there for them. We had the fans behind our goal as well, and that put a lot of pressure on them, and that worked for us. I think that helped us to win the penalty shootout. I think this win is going to give us a big push and give us some experience and some learnings. We need to learn a lot of things as well. I thought we managed the game very well in the end, which we didn't do over there. So we'll learn from that and take the positives and learn from the negatives as well. Mikel Arteta, so much love and have trust in him, and that he was his first plans to replace Bernd Leno, as confirmed by Charles Watts. David Raya's arrival created a lot of headlines last summer, but he is now showing why Mikel Arteta took the opportunity to bring him in from Brentford. Raya was the keeper Arteta always wanted. He wanted him to replace Bernd Leno, but a deal couldn't be done at the time with Brentford, so Aaron Ramsdale arrived instead. As Arteta said after the match about Raya, "I don't have to see him now. I was convinced that he was going fantastic. You saw it in the first few days here. His body language, the position that he takes, he doesn't get very affected, and that's a key quality for a goalkeeper. And there's a possibility that Ramsdale is leaving this summer, but we've got a new target, as report claim Arsenal are eyeing a summer deal for 23-year-old USA goalkeeper Patrick Schulte as they assess options should Aaron Ramsdale move from the Emirate. We have come to the end of this video, and also the things we learned from a Champions League victory over Porto. Now we go in one accord in the quarter-final, and also in the Premier League. As we enjoy the international break, let's go and charge ourselves as a team. Let's come stronger than before, as we've gotten 19 days breaks to rest. So if you want to follow your boy in the other social media account, the link is down below in the description. And if you really enjoy this video and you have not subscribed to this channel, please do well to do so, and also click the like button, and also drop your comments. All your comments will be responded and appreciated. And as we take care of ourselves, do well to check this channel for more updates. Thank you.